and I have a habit of taking this stuff on the airplane with me. So when I'm flying from one place to the other, I'm drawing a house, and it gathers a lot of attention to the people you're sitting with. They always want to know what you're doing because everybody is interested in housing. After we get the floor plans done, which is what you've worked on, we work on the outside of the house, which we call elevation. So every house has a front elevation, a rear elevation, a right side and a left side elevation. So we can show where all the windows go and how the roof works and so forth. And that's part of what we do in our design after we do the floor plans. And then after we get the elevation sketched up, we will give this to an artist and have him actually draw something that's pretty, what we can do for marketing. And Beth at our company does a lot of the marketing coordination. She doesn't draw the pretty picture, but she makes sure that we get somebody on the outside who is an artist to draw it. This artist is actually an architect out of called David Court out of Colorado Springs. And so we ship him our hard drawings, our CAD drawings of the plans and the elevation, and he sends back pretty pictures, which we put in the marketing literature to show the house. And so that's what this is. And he can do this drawing completely in color in about 4 minutes. Believe it or not, that's how fast he is. He's very good at doing that, and he does great elevations. So, what we'll do is we'll take our plan. This plan is called the Henley, and we will say, okay, well, not everybody wants a traditional house. Somebody may want a craftsman house. Somebody may want a historic house, or so forth. So we'll take the same plan and have David do several versions of it. This is the same house, just looks different, has different features on it, right? Yeah. So this is the Henley Euro Estate, which is something new. This is another version of the Henley Euro Estate house. And then we have a version of the Euro Classic, same house, but if you drove down the street, you probably wouldn't realize it was the same house, right? And then this one, he's got this one. I guess it's a copy. It's a Euro Classic again. But he'll typically do a craftsman architectural style, which was something popular in the early 1920s to 30s. He will do what we call a historic estate, which is typically brick and looks more colonial or federal. And then he'll do something that looks kind of European with different roof lines and so forth. And then we take all of that and have the pretty pictures done and put it out there and go get a building permit and build a house with it. For those of you who are creative and are maybe thinking about going into home building, some of you may want to go into architecture. Architects are unique people because they use their left and right brain. They're both creative and they do designs and they can visualize and they're artists, and at the same time they use the logic side of their brain to make sure they get the square footage right and the design correct and the building structure correctly and so forth. So an architect typically is a left brain, right brain person in their field. And then they give those designs to us as builders, and we hire subcontractors, framers and plumbers and sheetrockers, and we put the whole thing together and we manage the process of building it and selling it. And that's what I do for a living. I've been doing it in Richmond for about 23 years. A company called LifeStyle Builders and Developers, and I love what I do. Not easy, but I love it.
And you use lots of math.
All the time. The computer